Hello, and welcome back. It is I, Ventus. Today, I have another P.E.A.R file for you. P.E.A.R file 005, The Vessel of Jesters. The Vessel of Jesters is a monstrous object, to say the least. It falls into the category of artifact. Its threat level is at Ursa. Due to its abilities, highly contagious nature, origins, and the fact that it is indestructible. It was created in the year 1498. To begin with, I will give a brief description of the Vessel of Jesters. The P.E.A.R appears at first glance like a regular wooden coffer. The outside dimensions are 6.5 inches in length by 5 inches wide. The small wooden box has a removable lid. The lid of the coffer has a white tile with the image of a sorrowful female clown holding a rose. When the lid of the coffer is removed, it exposes a small compartment on the inside lined with red velvet. The dimensions of the compartment on the inside are as follows: 6 inches in length by 4 inches wide with a depth of 1 inch. This P.E.A.R is believed to have many abilities, the first of which begins at an unknown place and time. The Vessel of Jesters has the ability to make itself appear on the shelf of any thrift store, bazaar, or small shop on the planet. Moreover, if the shop has any sort of POS system, the box will add itself to the shop's inventory. It should be noted that the box has been donated at times by its previous owner. However, 90% of the time, the box moves itself around. When it is seen by the right person, the person buys the box. As of yet, we still have not found what compels a person to buy the box. When the buyer takes the box home, they will be drawn to place a personal object inside. At this moment, the next ability of the P.E.A.R will begin, an ability known as madcapping. This is when the buyer begins to slowly turn into a clown-like being. The first noticeable change is an increase in humor. It is a slow start at first. The buyer will begin to find random events funny and make jokes of an odd nature, until the only thing they can emote is laughter and speech. I say the first noticeable change, because a change on the cellular level begins as soon as an item is placed in the box. However, physical changes do take some time. Along with the increase in humor, the skin on the buyer's face will begin to produce an oily white substance. At first, the buyer will be able to wash the oil off, however. In a matter of days, the oil binds to the skin on a molecular level, causing the buyer to appear as if he or she is wearing clown makeup. It should be brought to your attention that the patterns on the victim's face paint always resembles their personal attributes and likes. Aside from the changes to the face, the skin on the torso, arms, and legs also goes through a series of changes. First, the body and limbs either begin to swell or extend depending on the physical form of the clown to be. It should be added that once madcapping has begun, it cannot be stopped. As the physical body is changing, the surface of the skin begins to develop patterns and change color. These patterns are slightly different for every victim. Moreover, the colors are usually very vibrant and lively. The victim's hands inflate and the pinky fingers are lost, giving the illusion that the clown is wearing a large, three-fingered glove, while the victim's feet often elongate by 3 to 4 times. But there have been cases of the bones in the feet growing out like stilts, forcing the victim to grow by 5 to 7 feet. The final stage of the physical change happens when the victim's reproductive organs fall off in a fashion familiar to that of a castrated animal. We are unaware of how painful this process is due to the fact by the time it has reached this level, the victim can only laugh and tell strange jokes. Once the madcapping has gone this far, it is almost complete. At this point, the victim's personality has been completely overwritten, and one new trait has been added, aside from their laughter and jokes. The victim will now ask bystanders if they would like to see a magic trick, or if they would like a balloon animal. If the bystander chooses a magic trick, the clown will proceed to do any number of magical things, ranging from standard street magic to pyromancy. The clown will always charge a smile for their tricks. It should be added that those who see the tricks are left comatose or completely insane 72 hours after paying the toll. If the bystander chooses to take the balloon, the clown will gleefully reach behind their ear and pull what appears to be a balloon. He will blow up the balloon and make the requested animal or object, regardless of what it is. When the balloon animal finally pops, the bystander dies. After a few dissections, the cause of death was clear. When the clown reaches behind the person's ear and pulls the balloon, he doesn't materialize the balloon out of nothing. The balloon is transmuted from one of the bystander's vital organs. The organ continues to work while the balloon is inflated. However, when the balloon pops, the organ ruptures in a violent explosion, causing massive damage to the surrounding organs. Clowns are nocturnal creatures and will remain out till morning. By the time sunrise starts, all clowns are off the streets. The ones near the coast will walk into the oceans. The clowns in the deserts will burrow underground. The clowns in the cities will lurk in abandoned buildings. If a clown is attacked, it will go berserk and begin to kill and wreak havoc. This has been seen a number of times throughout history. Usually it is some sort of street gang that incites this event. When attempting to capture a clown, it is best to guide them by the hand and tell them you are taking them to a big party with lots of people, with a heavy emphasis on a large number of people. When attempting to destroy a clown, heavy arms are required, and shots to the head and limbs are recommended, due to their inhuman durability, strength, and ability. To date, there have been over 10,000 cases of madcapping. As previously stated, the vessel of Jesters was created in the year 1498. It was created by another pair, a man named Radix Stratum. His story is for another day, but in short, he is one of the immortals that walk on my earth. The means by which he created the box remains unknown. However, we are certain that he used very esoteric magic as well as elements from another plane of existence in the construction of the box. To date, we were unable to figure out exactly what was used. The reason Radix created the vessel of Jesters is also a mystery. However, we had a few reasons. The first is tied to his misanthropic nature, and the second, his affinity for jesters and morose antics. Aside from that, the third reason for creating the box may have been to push the limits of his own magic. As things stand, we have yet to find any methods for destroying the box. Fire, magic, explosions, and blunt force have all failed to destroy the box. The box has a way of nullifying any incoming damage. We had the vessel of Jesters in containment on and off for about 3,000 years. The box has escaped containment a number of times through a space warping ability that seems to randomly occur when the box has not had contact with a living human for over 60 hours. However, just before the incident occurred in the 5th dynasty, we lost the box and never recovered it. Therefore, the box could be in your universe or still in mine, but nevertheless its threats are very real, and speed by which it moves, superliminal. If left unchecked, the plague of clowns could easily consume your earth in a matter of months. Thank you for listening. I leave you with a chant. Movitar, spatium temporis, proverbis spatium transcendit, proverbits, praetextunens, cuna sumina.